Okay, you need to get up here. Okay, thank you all for coming. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to find it. So this is the first time I've ever been in this room. Obviously, Glenn works here and at the other gym, and only joined last month. So we had a conversation about how we would launch Glenn's business, and he said, well, he'd be happy to do this like even once a month or whatever. So we've got another one for the 30th, Saturday morning, 30th, so we'll just do it on a rolling monthly program. So yeah, I mean, you all know who I am, and Glenn's going to give you a bit of introduction back to him and why he's joined Arbonne.
Okay, so first off, I was a Royal Ballet dancer. So I went to the Royal Ballet School for 5 years. It's quite intense, boarding school at the age of 11, and I snapped my knee. So I've got 8 screws in my left leg, which means I couldn't really carry on with the dance. Arbonne came to me after I did the personal training diploma. So I've been doing personal training for about 2 years, and Arbonne made complete sense because I'm very well placed to do it. I'm a nutritional advisor anyway, so having Arbonne sort of as a tag onto my business is fantastic. The revenue that I'll get from it as well, it's financially, it makes sense for me, it's logical. So that's why I joined Arbonne. So, and the products are incredible. If you've got a good product, I think you've got a good business. Half the problem is getting good product. So you've got great products, so you can really build a business, I think. We're going to talk a few things, so we'll take you through the slideshow first, and then I think we're going to do a bit on basal metabolic rates. Has anyone ever heard of a BMR?
Oh, no.
Heard of BMI?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so BMR is a basal metabolic rate. So the amount of calories your body will burn in a day if you were to lie in bed all day and do nothing to maintain your current weight. If you want to lose weight, we can do an equation to bring that down, which will give you a weight loss of about 1 to 2 pounds of fat. Okay, so we'll do it for each individual if you're up for it. So do you know they say we should have?
I was thinking, what am I
Yeah. Do you know they say women should have 2,000 calories a day and men 2.5? Rubbish. It's absolute rubbish. If you honestly, no, you can write it down. Write it down. That's government guidelines to keep disease and to keep the general population healthy. Okay, it's outdated. We don't use it anymore. BMR is specific to your body. It's weight, height, age, and gender. So it's very specific to you. For example, my BMR is 1,600 calories. If I was eating 2,500 calories a day, I'm overeating by about 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to gain weight. So sticking to my BMR to maintain my current weight works very, very well for me. So we'll work each and every one of yours up. Okay, nice and easy. So,
right, do you want to go through that? You have to go through that on.
Yeah,
on your own,
yeah.
I'm going to sit back and watch.
So obviously, we're going to be talking about the nutrition side of things today. The 30 days to healthy living and beyond. So basically, they've bundled all the essential nutrition products together. Now, I started this last month, and I can't believe the difference. Like, the whites, my eyes are clearer, I have more energy, I sleep better, my skin's clearer. Going through it, it's very, very well balanced from a nutritional point of view. So you've got your fats and your proteins. They don't use soy protein. Now that's really important. Has anyone heard of soy protein?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So soy protein promotes estrogen production in the body. Over a period of time, estrogen production in the body stores fat. So with estrogen, the natural thing for your body to do is to store fat as energy. So you want to kind of bring that down a little bit. Soya isn't the best thing for you. Neither is whey. So Arbonne use pea protein, which you get your pea fibers from as well, which is excellent. You've also got your omega-3 fats. So with the omega-3 fats, protein is a fat-soluble molecule. So if you've got protein there, you also need fat, so the fat and brown, to transport it around the body, okay? So you can't just have protein. If you have protein, you're just going to have very expensive wheat, basically. So you get, honestly, if you get these big protein shakes that have no fat, you're just paying for expensive urine because your body can't absorb any of it. You need good fats. So that's when we come on to, there's a supplement for that and also healthy eating. Knowledge and education on foods, supplements and ingredients. And this is all spoken about in your books, okay? If you have a little look through this whole, well, a lot of the slideshows is in the book. We're just going to focus on the essentials range there, I think. Yeah, perfect. You've got to learn to avoid certain food types or food groups, processed sugars, trans fats, sat fats. They're all things you've heard of, but do you know what they are, kind of thing? So sat fats, if you look on the back of any packet, it'll tell you what that fat saturates into, which is the bad sat fats or trans fats. Refined sugar, fact for you here, sugar is more addictive than cocaine, proven. Okay, if you look on an addiction spectrum, sugar and cocaine, sugar's higher. And we all have sugar, right? Even if you try and avoid it, it's in everything. So to get rid of sugar massively helps our bodies, massively. Animal products, Arbonne don't use animal products. As I said, it's pea protein, so they're vegan certified, etc., etc. So it appeals obviously to a wider audience. And then this is our aim: more energy, vitality, and then more engaged life. Okay, so excellent, perfect. Focus areas obviously today. So we've got Arbonne's nutritional range, the foods that we should be eating, healthy eating and cooking. So how many of you cook from scratch? Be honest, like from scratch. Yeah. So absolutely. So if you can cook from scratch, you know what's going into your food. And I find that's always a bonus. You can buy packets, they're quick, they're easy, but what is in that packet to make it taste like home cooking? Okay, so always salts, more fats, more preservatives, things like that. Exercise, so where I come in, obviously I'm a personal trainer. Exercise is very, very important. How many of you go to the gym?
The gym person.
Or the gym person. So for movement, you should at least be doing 45 minutes a day. So 1 hour of your day is 4%. If you can't spare 4% for your body, there's not much point looking after the inside. So you want to, if you're going to do the inside, do the outside as well, okay? Digestibility, so that comes in when we talk about fiber and your fiber boosters. Absorption and fiber. Oh, we've got Digestion Plus as well, haven't we? Perfect. Alkalinity, so your bodies naturally are slightly acidic, okay? It's been proven, and I've done a bit of research to see this as well, by a few scientists, that having an alkaline environment can reduce the amount of acidic diseases such as arthritis. It's been proven cancer can't grow in an alkaline environment. Okay, inflammatory diseases, anything like that is all put down to acidity. And then stress, exercise, food, all helps with stress. Okay, gluten free. Anyone know what gluten is? Yeah, what's gluten? Gluten.
Wheat,
yeah.
Barley.
So it's like the glue, it's like glue in our bodies. Okay, it's not good. So getting rid of that, honestly, does anyone feel bloated after bread or anything like that? Yeah, get rid of it. You don't need it. Okay, it's gluten that's making you bloat. Because my personal opinion is we're not built for gluten. Okay, back in caveman days, they didn't have gluten. They didn't have half the problems we do now. Trans fats, so that's the saturated fats. Fructose and corn syrup, okay, they're sugars. Anything with booze on the end is sugar. Glucose, fructose, sucrose, all sugars. So when we talk about juicing and having fruit juices, think about the amount of, say you've got an orange juice, that's like 5 oranges worth of sugar. Would you sit and eat 5 oranges? Probably not. So I water mine down. Going down to plant extracts, so you've got stevia as a kind of sweetener instead of sugar. Glycemic index. Has anyone heard of a GI diet? Yeah, so your glycemic index is a chart with food on, going from a low glycemic index, so low sugar foods, to high. And then kosher certified as well. Okay, key points. Gluten-free. Increasingly many people are intolerant to gluten. As I said, it acts like glue in the system. It's a protein found in wheat, rye, barley, and malts, even beer. How many drink beer, guys? Although alcohol as a sugar, we do process quite well, but it's going to be gluten that gives us the gut, okay? Has anyone heard of a Paleolithic diet? Yeah, paleo? So it's I followed it a little bit, not to the point, because it's very, very strict. And it doesn't quite fit in with my lifestyle, working around everywhere. So a paleo diet is a diet that was going back to food before the agricultural revolution. So before you could get processed foods, biscuits, cakes, things that have been through a process. Going back to eating things that you can catch, so things that you can kill, and then things you can grow or pick up the ground. So it's going back to that very basic, natural foods. Protein shakes. If you have a protein shake with any more than 20 to 25 milligrams of protein, again, your body can't absorb it. That's the maximum, really, your body can absorb. So again, if you have a look at any of protein shakes, they're like 40, 50 grams of sugar, protein. It's pointless. I mean, you can't absorb that much in one sitting. And I said, from peas as well. So it's really, really natural, good foundation. So what do you get? This is where I was wrong when I signed up, okay? So, Tanya knows. You got a choice. Now, I think over this one. So you can either have a meal replacement shake, which will act as a meal replacement. It's got a few more calories in it. How many calories? 230, something like that. Okay, so again, we can add this into when we do our BMR. Or you can have your protein shake. So they are slightly different. The protein has less calories. I think it has a little bit less fiber and things like that in it, okay? With that, you get your fiber boost. So that's going to help with the digestion. It's got no cholesterol, no trans fats either, so that's really, really good. Or gluten. You get your herbal infusion blends and your fizz sticks. Fizz sticks, how we love the fizz sticks. I love fizz sticks. So I used to, I'll be honest, when I was a dancer, Red Bull just to get me through the day. It was terrible. Knowing what I know now, if they were available, I would have paid through the nose for them because they are so good. And then your digestion plus to help. Well, that will go side by side with your daily fiber. Okay? Cool. Here we go. So you've also got a range, this is Cytosport, isn't it?
No, this is the evolution.
The evolution, okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to help you with weight management. That always needs to be done in conjunction with healthy eating and exercise. You've got 3 pillars, make a triangle. If you have 2, that triangle's not going to stand. Okay, so you need that 3-pillar foundation. Works really, really well to support your health and wellness goals. How many of you have goals for your fitness? No, like, be honest, like, for example, Kelly, what's your goal?
Well, last year I did the rat race.
Yeah, perfect. If you don't have a goal, you can't aim for anything. You're very, very random, aren't you? So I always say set a short-term goal and a long-term goal. Short-term goals, 6 to 10 weeks. What do you want to feel different in 6 to 10 weeks? Is it your energy? Is it your digestion? Is it your well-being? Or long-term, 5 to 6 months. If you have it any longer than that, I think you kind of lose track of your goal. So you want to keep it short and sweet, something that's achievable. Always be specific, okay, with your goals. If you say, oh, I want to get better at running marathons, it's not specific. You want to get better at running a certain distance in a certain time, okay? So always be specific. And realistic is also a good one. If you're not realistic, I always find if you achieve little things often, then you get close to your goal a lot quicker than if you just say, right, I want this. It's so far away. You're just working endlessly to it. Metabolism. We all have different metabolisms. Some people are affected by thyroids, any problems like that. It affects your metabolism, the rate in which we burn calories. So I'm very lucky, I've got a quick metabolism. I'm on my feet all day, I work all day, training people, doing classes. So my body burns things very efficiently. If you are stuck in an office job or perhaps not moving as much, your metabolism will be slower. There's a few key things you can do to help your metabolism. Obviously, exercise is going to increase the amount of calories you burn in a day. You've also got things like spices, so natural thermogenics. A thermogenic food is something that heats your body up. When your body is warmer, you burn more calories more efficiently.
So that's what's going on with that.
So absolutely. So you get your green coffee, things that are going to give you energy, give your body and your metabolism energy, and hopefully
it's got that proprietary herbal blend in it.
So you're going to hopefully with this, it's going to aid you with burning more calories more efficiently over a period of time.
And can I just say, does everybody have full control?
No, not really.
Because you've got experience with these, have you?
I'm experienced.
Yeah. Okay, so the full control is it's a powder that you add to water, and it's plant fibre, and it swells up in your tummy. So you would mix it up, drink it half an hour before you eat.
Yeah.
So you can even do it before you have a shake. Yeah. So if you're struggling with the fact that shakes aren't filling you up enough, you can have the full control half an hour before, then have a shake. Or so you can have it in the evening for an evening meal. So it just keeps you fuller. So you don't actually eat as much when you get to eat. And it's really nice. It's melon flavour.
We just noticed as well, magnesium, excellent, really, really. Not a lot of products will have magnesium in it to aid in the metabolism. In terms of that as well, there's a bit of research that's been done that suggests that you don't gulp water while you drink, because it will then dilute your stomach acid, hydrochloric acid in your stomach, which means breaking down food will be less effective. So a bit of research that was done says have a drink sort of 20 minutes before you eat, and then sip while you eat, and don't drink anything for about 20 minutes after. And then your stomach acid's a bit stronger, they'll break the food down better. So just a thought. So try it, give it a try.
We were doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's probably interesting that in restaurants that you get food jugs and you get water.
Yeah, absolutely. And you it's only when you think about it, like logically you think, wine. Okay, cool. Men and women have different nutritional needs, obviously. Okay, so coming here, this is gender specific, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is these.
So it has extra calcium and folic acid to support. So it's going to support your hair as well, hair, nails, things like that. Folic acid. The eyes, your skin, folic acid is really helpful there. Nutrition bars. Nutrition bars are great. These things would be ideal if you have no time. Okay, can you use these as like a snack, right?
Yeah.
Really, really good. Again, if you have a look, it's only 48 grams, and that's going to fill you up. That's quite good. I would use these in between classes. So I do about 6 spin classes a week. I do 2 body pumps, 2 body balances, 2 thighs, bombs and tons. So I'm really on the go a lot. These are great if you want to if you've got no time, you want a motorbike, that time, get dressed, undressed, just shove that in, you get full. Okay, and that will give me the energy to go through that class. I love the omega-3s. I love. Honestly, I feel so different for having them. Again, it's a natural source of omega-3 fatty acids. Okay. With this, so my breakfast in the morning, I get up at 5. I do a 2-mile run. It's quite hard. I don't really feel like coming back and eating a heavy porridge breakfast or something like that. I spin at 6:30 in the morning anyway, so if I was to have that, I'd feel too full. So for my breakfast, I have a omega-3 fatty acid capsule, should I say. I have a meal replacement with ice and a banana, all shaken up, with a fibre booster in there and my digestion plus. I get it all in one. That sets me up for the morning pretty much, so I then don't need to eat till 11. That's when I'll have a snack, or maybe even have a meal replacement along with my food. I do a lot of exercise, I need calories. And again, that's going back to this, so you can work out how many calories you really need to maintain or lose or gain weight. Perfect. Green balance. So it's Really, it's like blend of whole food. Honestly, it's potent.
It is. It smells like kale, but if you mix it in with shake, it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. On its own, I was a bit like, right, but that's honestly alright. Another really nice thing, guys, none of this contains anything artificial. I'm a little bit of a hippie like that. If I can avoid artificial things, I really, really will, because it's not, our bodies aren't designed for it. They're really not. And if you can stick natural, I always found it's better. So even if you go for that, the organic chicken or the free-range chicken, it's not had steroid pumped into it, it's not been bloated with water. It's just, I just find it's a lot healthier for you. And again, so you've got no high fructose corn syrup in there for your antioxidant immunity support. So you've got no sugars in there, you've got no artificial colours. Vitamins A, C, and E. So that's going to really help support energy levels there. Okay.
So that end one is. So it's a sachet that it's really lovely to stick it in the fridge. It's quite cold.
Yeah.
It's not a meal replacement, or it is just literally a supplement. So it's especially in the winter when people get cold, sometimes it really does.
Like my voice now.
Yeah, you need to sort of.
I do source them. And also, guys, the flavours are alright. I found with a lot of supplements, the flavours are really grim, like really grim. I have one upstairs that I used to use. It tastes like cowpole. It's really not very nice. So I've always found with Arbonne, the taste isn't that bad, and that really makes me want to have it. I had one once that tasted like cookies and cream. It was a mass gaining one, so it was full of calories. So I was trying to gain a bit of weight. And every time I had it, it just tasted so heavy, like cement. And it put me off it. I didn't go back to it. So with these, I'm happy to have one. I actually look forward to the shake, which is nice. It's a nice change. Next one. Cool. So you all know your healthy living plate, okay? Hasn't really changed that much in very many years. The only thing that's changed is this. So that used to be a lot smaller. We now need a slightly bigger fat category to absorb the protein. If you go for filling your plate, so you want half veggies, we all eat veg, right? I know even if they're not nice, veg are great. You get fibre. Asparagus is probably one of my favourites actually. Lean protein. So the protein you can have, even if you're vegetarian, you need to have lean protein. If you're having meat, things like fish, I don't think we eat fish enough in this country. I always see that fish kind of full. Look at anyone's basket, there's no fish. So we need to eat more fish. It's got good fatty acids in to help us absorb the protein. Okay, it's nice and light. So I get home at 9:30, 10. I don't want to be eating something really heavy. I always find, I don't know about you guys, but if you can get about 70% full at night, you sleep better because you're not heavy. Like, do you know, after Christmas dinner, I refuse to have a big Christmas dinner because I hate the feeling of being so full. Your body, again, you don't need it. You're not doing anything at night. So if you're sitting having bowls of pasta and all of that, what are you going to do with those carbs? That's the energy you need for exercise. But you're going to go to sleep, and that's going to be stored as fat. So always try to avoid really heavy or carb-heavy meals in the evening. Okay. Good fats. So you always need good fats. Even if you're having salad, throw some nuts on, throw some avocado on, something to give you the fat. Fat is drilled into us from a young age. I mean, I'm still young. I'm 21. So from a very young age, fat is bad, right? We're taught fat's bad. Go and do a nutrition course, you're taught fat's good. It changed the way I think about fat. I'm not scared of the word fat anymore. Being a dancer, that was a big thing. Fat was like, wow, stay away. But now, I'll go for fat. I love fat. Always. And you got to eat fat to lose weight. You can't just lose weight by cutting fat out. It's not about fat anymore, it's about the carbs. So if you can cut the carbs down, the weight will come. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, you got your prebiotics.
Yeah,
okay. So the enzymes that will actually reach your gut and actually be absorbed. And they come in your digestion. Yes, digestion plus.
Which can be just added to shake or just get straight.
I mean, even the green shakes are great. So I do kale, spinach, again, ice, so crushed ice, a little bit of water, throw one of those Digestion Plus in, you're done. If you want to put some blueberries, make it taste a bit better, anything.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, we can actually do this if you're up for it. Do all your measurements. It's nice and quick. It'll take about 3 minutes each. And then when you've done 30-day living or healthy living, you can do it again. See where you're at. Okay. So measurements are massively important. I measure all my clients. I go to the lengths of doing skin fold tests for body fat because I need to know where they're at. There's no point saying, right, I want this guy, I want to lose so much weight. I don't really care about weight, if I'm honest, because if you see someone looking in the street that looks good, are you going to throw scales on them? Probably not. If you see someone that's good, you're going to say, right, how have you done it? Healthy eating, okay? So weight's a good measurement to keep hold of, but body fats, things like that, actual measurements of how big you are, I find more helpful myself. We're also strung up on weight, and that relates back to BMI, so the body mass index. So weight and body mass index are together, and that's drilled into us again from a young age. BMI isn't, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, it's wrong. It's wrong. One of my friends, Nick, he is a rugby player. He's huge, but he's about this big. Okay, his BMI is morbidly obese. He is not morbidly obese. He's fit and healthy. He could run further than I can. So I don't see how that's specific to each person. And the government, I mean, the doctors are even stopping people from having operations on the basis of BMI. I don't understand that myself because it's not accurate. It's a loose figure, and it's not specific to your body type, your somatotype, anything like that. So personally, I don't use BMI. Yeah, next one. Pins. How many of you drink water? Lots of water. I know I don't drink enough water. I know I don't. So you need at least 8 glasses a day, and like decent glasses. One of those maxi bottles, perfect. I mean, 4 or 5 of those.
And maybe drink 1 a day.
Yeah. So I found it's really helpful if you have a bottle on you at all times, you will just carry on sipping. It's when you don't have it near you that you forget about it. And then if you ever have any breaks at work or anything, make sure you get up, get moving, have a drink. Okay? It will also help with energy levels. Often we're not hungry, we're thirsty. Okay, so when you think, oh, I fancy something sweet, try having a drink of water first, and then see in half an hour, you still fancy something sweet. Slow down, we all eat too fast, we're all in a rush. Every single one of us. Time is money, right? We have no time. So you need to take time for yourself to eat slowly, and not to just, right, it's there, I need to get it down and go. It's not helpful. Our body takes a little while to tell itself that it's full. Okay? I don't know if you've heard, there was a diet a few years ago where you had to choose something 30 or 40 times. So I think it's a bit extreme, but that principle does still stand. Portion sizes. Do you measure any of your foods? No, just throw it on. So something like this. Right. So I bought Tupperware boxes for my portion sizes, okay? That would be a large portion for me, okay? 2/3 of that would be like a regular portion, okay? So what I do, I would eat 5 times a day. 5. I'd have 3 normal portions and 2 large ones, okay? Probably a slight bit bigger than that in a Tupperware, so you've got some depth as well. That way you can freeze your food. Preparation is key. Do you guys cook every single night? No. So I always find it's really helpful if you cook. Me, on a Sunday, I do my meal prep. Now meal prep is more important than my work. Because without fuel, I can't work. So if you prep your meals, freeze them, take them out, you've got a meal, okay? So for example, I'll take my meals out the day night before, put them in the fridge, they're defrosted before I get back, I'm in the microwave, they're done. And then, yeah, portion size will also massively help if you do want to lose a bit of weight or body fat. We eat too much. You don't need to eat that much. Okay, next one. I've seen you have lots of these.
Well, it's not just the greens, it's mixing it in with shape, obviously that makes it look green, so people think I'm just doing greens.
Actually, that's really good if you have it with half a cucumber. Half a cucumber. Really, really good.
Yes, what we do is we just put a scoop into the shape of that.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, really.
And that has got an enormous house.
Silly amount.
Look at the back of it.
Yeah,
The stuff that's in it,
yeah.
it's incredible.
Okay, here we go. This is my absolute arch enemy. I hate sugar. Hate it. Has anyone seen the production of sugar and how they actually go about getting sugar from sugarcane? They spray diesel on it, they set it alight, and then it goes through the manufacturing process. So that white refined sugar has been burnt by diesel to crude oil effectively, which we are really trying to avoid. So we avoid mineral oils, we avoid palm oil, things like that. Sugar is, as I say, it's got an addiction side of things that you just don't even know. We are all addicted to sugar, no matter who you are, we're all addicted to sugar. It's in everything, it's in bread, it's in, which we're cutting out, it's in cereal, you put it in your tea, you have it so often, I just don't think we realise how much we're having and what damaging effect it's having on our bodies. Okay, so you get a sugar rush, let's draw it. Okay. So guys, do you know about glycogen, insulin? We'll go into that next. But for example, if you're taught to eat 3 times a day, yeah? That's what we were taught. And that's going to spike and trough, spike, trough, spike, trough. Okay. These, so when you're spiked up here, you get your insulin. It'll bring your blood sugar back down. Then you get your glycogen to bring your blood sugar back up. Okay? It's about here that you start craving sugar. Okay? That's so glycogen, you've got glucose, sugar, all sugars. Okay? And again, your spike, your trough, your spike, your trough. Now, what I've kind of come up with, or what a lot of people are doing nowadays, is eating 5 times a day. So you're having, put your lines, you're going to go like that. Okay, so you're not a lot closer to a stable level blood sugar. Okay, so you don't get that craving for sweet food. For example, that's 5 times. Things like nuts, so you've got fibers and fats, they're going to sustain you and protein a lot longer than sugar. Sugar is a quick release. Carbohydrate is a quick release. Okay, so you want to keep your blood sugar stable. Okay, excellent. Snacks. Oh yeah, sorry. Just going back. Sugar is stored as fat in the body. Okay, if you don't use it, your body will think you need to store it. As a fat as a storage is a lot more effective long term because you slowly burn it. Okay, snacking probably the #1 enemy ever. How many of you snack?
Yeah, but on the right side.
On the right stuff, that's fine. That's great. Snacking in general, crisps, chocolate, sweet things. Okay. It's probably the one thing that's going to really up your weight. Really, all of my clients, snacking is a no-no unless it's good food or it's a good snack. Because it's the snack, it's not even the meals, it's the snacking that's going to really quickly add up those calories you don't even realise. Like a Mars bar, do you know how long a Mars bar would take to burn off in the gym? Seriously, it would take 45, 50 minutes. And people eat those literally a couple a day. They won't go for fruit, they'll go for something sweet and easy, okay? Because it will give them that quick sugar rush, but 20 minutes later, even if you have like a quick sugar rush, 20 minutes later, you're wanting more food. But if you actually sat down and had a salmon salad with some nuts, I can guarantee you won't want food 20 minutes later. You'll be full enough, sufficiently full. It says eat more at mealtime to avoid snacking. Just stick to your portions. I don't think there's any need to really up the meals in size, only if you're really hungry. And then you've also got your replacement shakes. So if you are hungry after a meal, one of those would be perfect. It's still low calorie, it's still going to fill you up. Or, for example, the full control that we spoke about. Yeah. Again, if you want to feel full, That's probably what I'd go for instead of piling the food on. If it's good food, then it's not going to harm me too much. Next one. We'll next. Exercise. Here we go. 4%. I think every single person here could find 4% of your day. 1 hour. Everyone can find that. Even like exercise, it counts if you walk places. Don't jump in the car to the shops, walk. You've got legs, we're lucky enough to have healthy bodies, use them. And I see it so often that people that don't have healthy bodies that would literally kill for a healthy body. And I think we take it for granted, and we really shouldn't. Because it's not until you, I think, I've never been obese, but it's not until you get to that stage that you realise, actually, if I'd just done a bit more, I would have appreciated what I had more. 40 minutes at least 4 times a week, that's absolute minimum, okay? But I would urge you to do that. If it's walking, jogging, running, gym, swim, dancing, whatever, you need to exercise. It also will release serotonin in the body. So you've got the feel-good hormone, that addiction side of things. It's released when you have things like chocolate or wine. So just get addicted to exercise, not drink. Yeah? Drink actually is the one thing that 1 glass of wine can be as much as a donut in calories. So you have 2 or 3 a night. Would you sit and eat 2 or 3 Krispy Kremes? Other donuts are a bit. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. But 3 glasses of wine, you could probably do. Yeah? Get rid of it. If you're going to drink, just have a little bit at the weekend or something. Just not every night, because there's no need. I don't think, personally, I don't feel the effects of the drink after 2 or 3 enough to want that every night. It's too much for my liver. Sleep. Do we all sleep enough? I know I don't. So I work very on social hours. I get up at 5 to go for the run. I go to bed at probably 10:30. It's not enough sleep really. But sleep is so important. If you can get sleep, your body can repair and heal. Every single one of you guys. I mean, get a comfy pillow, get a comfy mattress. It makes the difference. It really does. If you have something like a chamomile tea or a herbal tea before you go to bed, it will massively make a difference, okay? And then you've also got to track your work. So you know there's so much support on Facebook. I mean, I've even been on Instagram, there's some awful people on there. There's so much support, and that's what I love about this business. I mean, I tried Nature Sunshine, I'll be honest, and there was nothing. They took my money, they left me to do my own thing. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But like having you guys here, the support network is unreal. And I think we can all use each other really well. I don't know everything. I don't proclaim to know everything. I'm really willing to learn off each and every one of you. And I hope you are off each other as well. You can track your running. So you've got loads of apps on your smartphones, on your Fitbits, Apple Watches. Track it. Know where you're at. If you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you've come from. You don't know how far you've got to go. So always track everything. What for? Oh yeah, so just words, powerful words. Write a few of these down, guys, because seriously, if you have positive thoughts and positive energy, you're going to get a positive result. My motto in life is get rid of negativity. I have nothing negative in my life. And it's done me a world of good. Absolutely world of good. If you put yourself with positive people, that's only going to encourage a positive result. So, yeah, self-control. Focus. Focus is a big one. You know, focusing up, having the goals, succeeding, all of it. Willpower, probably the biggest one. Willpower. I think you've all got control of your own body, your own actions. Just a bit of willpower. And that's it. No, you want. Yeah. There's a nice saying actually that no junk food tastes as good as feeling fit and being healthy. Yeah. And again, I stick by that. I really do. So, should we do the BMR? Who wants to go first? Go great. Yeah, come on up. So, we'll need you, if we do.
Shall I, what do you want?
Yeah.
Do I need to help? I'm thinking, can we just speed up the process?
Yeah, so guys, for me, if you bring your book to that, you'll get your weight and height done, and then I can put it all in. So Jen will get shoes on when he measures up.
I don't think I need to
Then
record.
if you just pass me through the results, I'll put you through. So,
Okay,
well, it's kind of okay.
I recorded that, yeah.